Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. I bid to our lecturer, Dr. Fuad, and also my fellow team members. So today we would like to present the information system that have assigned to us, which is the SmartTAG system that was developed by Plus Highway Berhad. So next slide. So me myself, my name is Nur Ain Shafiqah, and this is my team members, Nur Izzati, Nur Hafizan, and Sarah Adila. So I'm going to introduce the organization, which is the Plus Expressway Berhad. So Plus Expressway Berhad, or known as the Project Lebuh Raya Utara Selatan, is a public company that was founded on the 27 June 1986. So it is located at the Subang interchange of the New Klang Valley Expressway, which is in Petaling Jaya, and it is the largest highway in Malaysia, one of the largest in Southeast Asia, and also the 8th largest in the world with more than 2,500 employees. Other than that, Plus also is one of the members of the EUM, which is the United Engineers Malaysia. Plus vision is to be a premier expressway group in the global arena, and their mission is to provide the efficient and safe expressway network that enhance the quality of life. So as Plus is one of the largest highway concessionaires in Asia, it have provided many services such as Plus Miles and also Plus Track. Next slide. So Plus Miles is a total rebate loyalty program which provide rebate and merchandise to Plus Miles card holder. It is the first and the only toll expressway loyalty program in Malaysia. And Plus Track is a prepaid electronic card which provides the enhanced efficiency and also better fleet monitoring to fleet subscriber. As Malaysia now is in a recovery management control order phase, so Plus Malaysia has estimated that there is a surge of traffic along their highway, and because of that, they introduced new system which is the Plus Texting Rate Interface, or known as Putri, as this application will respond to the queries that are general in nature of highway travels. So it can help the consumer in getting information regarding the highway that are controlled by Plus. Okay, the name of the information system used by Plus Expressway Berhad is the SmartTAG Automatic Payment System. So it is an onboard unit-based device that is used as an electronic toll collection (ETC) system for a maximum distance of 15 meters in order to complement the touch and go card. So SmartTAG was officially launched on 15 March 1999 and was developed, designed and also manufactured by the Trust Technologies Berhad as an initial replacement for the Plus Tag. So this base electronic payment system for the Malaysian Toll Expressway is dependent on the infrared technology, where this device works by integrating the touch and go card into the SmartTAG reader so that it can be read by an infrared sensor. And because of the combination of this information system with infrared communication, so it enables to communicate with infrared transceiver as it was because it was placed on the top of the toll plaza, and it allows 1,200 vehicles to pass through it every hour. So by this, the SmartTAG device is ultimately beneficial to their users, as the vehicle drivers will save time because the users or the customer do not need to wind down their car windows to use the touch and go card or to pay by cash. So this SmartTAG is being featured prominently as the customer or the vehicle drivers can drive through the SmartTAG lane to pay tolls without having to stop their vehicle, as it is built on the philosophy of the SmartTAG itself, which it provides a non-stop electronic toll collection, which is the ETC system, so that it can provide the drivers with the convenience of not having to pay toll fees manually. So next, I would pass to Izzati.
So I will be explaining the functions of SmartTAG to consumers. Firstly, it helps to provide digital identities to the users by connecting items to the applications wirelessly and making it a digital identity. Next, the SmartTAG helps the users to pay with ease, as they don't have to stop their car in order to touch the smart card. They just have to simply show their SmartTAG on their front windshield. Besides, the function of the SmartTAG is it helps to speed up the time as compared to the touch and go, because the users don't have to pay manually. Lastly, SmartTAG can also be used for security access, especially in the residential areas. For example, the residential area in Johor Bahru has been using SmartTAG as their security card access for their house. Next slide is about the type of information system in the SmartTAG. So SmartTAG is actually using the transaction processing system (TPS). This is where the system will process the detailed data necessary to update the organization's record. The purpose of this TPS system is to process the business events and transactions as well as to increase efficiency of the management. So as for the input, when a user shows their SmartTAG, the device will transmit the data that contains information of the user such as the starting point, exiting point, and also the original amount of money. Then the data will be reprogrammed to transfer the amount charged on the travel distance. This is where the SmartTAG system uses the fully automated data entry as it is automatic and does not involve any human intervention. So next is the process part. The SmartTAG is an online transaction processing or LTP where it provides immediate result for each transaction. This is where the computer system will transfer the inputs from user's SmartTAG reader to be processed as the output. So if the user has sufficient amount of credit, the system will process the inputs in order to open the gate and allow the vehicles to pass through. Lastly, for the output, the SmartTAG will summarize the data to give feedback to the users so that they will be notified of the information such as the charge amount, balance, and many more. The information process will be displayed at the screen of the toll plaza and also at the SmartTAG as the output. So next slide is for the end users of SmartTAG. The end user of SmartTAG are the customers itself because they are the people that the device is designed for. So the customers need this information system as it can help to save them to save more time in paying tolls, and also they can know the balance of their money inside the cards. As for the technical support, it is fully provided by Plus Highway Berhad. So if the end users find any defect or require technical support for the damage on the SmartTAG, they will need to go to the Touch and Go hubs or any Touch and Go place for the repairing process. So next, I will pass to Hafiza to explain the IT components of SmartTAG. Thank you. Hafiza, we cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so I will start with the hardware component for the SmartTAG system. Hardware components are very crucial part of any information system. These are the devices that are used to perform input, processing data, store data, and produce an output. For SmartTAG, the input hardware component used is radio frequency identification devices. There are two RFID components on the tag. The first one is the microchip, which functions as storing and processing information. Second component on the tag is the antenna, which is used to receive as well as to transmit the signals. A two-way radio transmitter receiver, which is known as interrogator or reader, will radiate a signal to the tag using the antenna to read the information that is encoded by the tag. Next is output hardware component, which function to convert information into human-readable form such as text, audio, graphic, and video. SmartTAG system use a display screen as its output device component that show information to the end user. The display screen was used at the SmartTAG lane toll pay gate that will show an output with the detail of payment charge and users available balance. This will help the end user gain information about their balance in their SmartTAG devices in the easiest and understandable way. Next is the software component in the SmartTAG system. Software consists of computer programs that dominate the working of computer hardware. There are two types of software, which are system software that includes operating system to coordinate the activities, and application software, which focuses on the program that help users to perform particular computer activities. Software component that involved in SmartTAG is system software for enterprise. The system is important to store business data in any usable format such as transaction records and available balance in the SmartTAG. The data will be reprogrammable to modify the data of the amount charged on the travel distance and also top up for the credits to the receiver that opens the gate allowing the vehicles to pass through if the card is valid and with the enough credit balance. Besides, the system software in SmartTAG provide real-time access to information. It means that all the data required is the exact amount to be charged. The software can be categorized as multi-reading, which allows various threads of a single program to run concurrently, as well as to provide a real-time technique that responds to input instantly. The third IT component in SmartTAG is database component. Database is basically an organized collection of data, which also includes tables, reports, and view the data. There is a database management system called DBMS, which functions as a group of programs that manipulate the database. A DBMS helps to organize, control, and classify the data that is stored in the information system. It also plays a crucial role in both the creation and also the management of data. SmartTAG has a database that keeps and manages all the information that relates to their end user. It records the data of their end user's information where the user needs to acquire a touch and go card. Every user of SmartTAG needs to have their touch and go card as it contains the information about the user history of their costs while driving on the highway. These cards also contains the information that related to the balance of the money that contained in the card. With the smart card, the user can read the balance of the money in the card as SmartTAG also play as a card reader. This SmartTAG also can read the user history of their courses as it keeps information on which course the user has traveled. So with the history of their course, they are required to pay according to the cost that has been set by Plus. Next, Sarah will explain about the telecommunication networks of SmartTAG information system.
Okay, thank you. For Plus Highway, the telecommunication network involved is wireless technologies, whereby it involves the broadcast of communication in one of the three frequency ranges, such as radio, microwave, and also infrared frequencies. This is where this network includes sensing the vehicle drivers is within the range of pay stations for the toll plaza to be paid by the drivers. If the drivers prefer to pay using the smart tag, they will have to be on the enabled smart tag lanes in order to use the service. The signal must be broadcast within the specific frequency range in order to avoid interference with other wireless transmission. Next. Okay. This is a diagram of topology network of SmartTAG, which is star network topology. Next. For a SmartTAG device, the hub of star network is the Pro Plaza sensor, where it has to sensor the device by the time the users display their SmartTAG when passing through the toll. So the users of the SmartTAG device will be the nodes of the network as they depend on the central hub. The central hub, which is sensor at the toll plaza, is usually fast and responsible for directing all the traffic to other nodes. It is very reliable because if one node is malfunctioning, it will not affect the other nodes and can keep the other device to still operate as usual. Next. For the value chain process, as we know, the value chains are divided into two groups, which are primary activities and support activities. The primary activities are including the process and creation of goods and services, while support activities are those that help to build up the work efficiency and practice stronger competitive advantages among competitors. So I pass to Nurhafizah.
Okay, I will explain to you about the value chain process in Plus Highway business activity. Firstly, in the primary activity for the inbound logistic, that is focuses on the process of developing raw materials to goods or service that and involve the relationship with the suppliers and manufacturing facilities. Plus highway inbound logistics are related the process of construction, providing facilities such as plus office center and rest and recreation area, as well as the process of collaboration with Touch and Go and SmartTAG. The procedure installation of SmartTAG require a lot of labor, including getting raw materials and dealing with suppliers. Next is the second activity is operation that involve the process of transforming the raw materials to goods or services. For instance, in Plus Highway, operation activity are machining, assembling, testing, as well as equipment repair and maintenance. The management needs to ensure the highway is fully completed and safe to use for the user. Operation activity is important to ensure the products or services are ready to be used. Third activity is outbound logistics, which includes activity to distribute a final product to the customer. Plus highway outbound logistics is the opening of highways to allow customer to use. They need to ensure the highway is safe and secure. Therefore, they provide CCTV all along the highway. Next activity is sales and marketing. Plus highway has power strategy in marketing their services by publishing in social media and many others. They are practicing many marketing approaches to encourage and attract more customers to use their services and to appreciate those customers who always use and support their services. Last activity is services, which includes maintaining products or services, enhancing customer experience as well. Plus highway provide plus general line and customer feedback form to enable user to make any complaints if necessary, such as the malfunction of SmartTAG, access charge and facilities damages. Next, let's into the support activity process. First is administration and management. Plus Highway provides office center in each exit of the highway. Plus Highway was the first highway that received a road traffic safety management system, whereby Plus managed their short and long-term initiative to improve road safety. The initiative includes reducing the severity of road traffic crash by using the International Road Assessment Program rating standard as a benchmark for their road improvement. This activity is crucial for the firm to enhance the services quality and encourage the customer's trust. Second support activity is technology. In 2019, Plus Highway succeeded in modernizing their highway with the latest technology. That is the best way to ease traffic congestions and provide the best driving experience to users in through technology. The technology that were developed are the usage of cashless method, which is SmartTAG, machine learning, cloud computing and data mining will be the key driver for a high operator. Next is procurement, which the firm needs to take actions to get the resources to be operated, such as finding suitable vendors, dealing and negotiating the best price with the supplier. Lastly is human resources. In this activity will show how well the company hires, recruits, training, reward as well as retain the employee. To prevent human error, Plus collaborated with the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health NIOSH and co-developed the Expressway Operation Safety Passport Program EOSP, which enhances the safety awareness of highway teams. Employee code of conduct were provided, which contains the policies and guidelines that are related with ethics and standards that all employees need to be obeyed. That's all from me. I will pass to Ain to continue for security threats faced by Plus Highway in their SmartTAG system. Thank you.
Thank you, Afiza. So now I would like to introduce the security threats for the SmartTAG. So the security threats in the information system can be defined as the potential for violation of security, which occurs in the event of any circumstances, actions, capabilities, or events that could breach the security and also cause harm. And as nowadays, the usage of the internet and the related technologies has become widespread. that has affected many organizations in creating new vulnerability. So for SmartTAG, they could face threats in data hacking. As Plus acquire their customers to purchase the SmartTAG hardware, the customer need to give their personal data such as name and phone number so that they can get the product or services from the Plus itself. So as Plus has acquired their customer information, this can lead to stealing the data or the data breach of their customer, which can be done by crackers. So the cracker can steal the data of the consumer who purchased the SmartTAG and use it illegally. So this illegal action also can be done not only by the outsiders but also by the employee of the organization itself. Research found out that 75% of the employees of any organization can access the information and that is related to the organization, and 25% of them agree to sell the data. So these threats can easily be done by the employees, as nowadays many organizations or firms keep all the data in the cloud computing, and that makes it easy to access data. So next I will pass to Sarah to explain about how we could the solution of these security threats.
Okay, thank you, Ain. The first solution is the customer themselves must limit the information that they need to provide. Sometimes the customer do not realize that by giving personal information might indirectly be sold by a third party. Most of the companies realize that inventions of privacy will reduce revenues as well as profits and also damage their reputation. So it is important for Plus to maintain their corporate privacy policy. Another solution can be taken is data encryption, whereby this method helps to keep confidential data and information from being breached by irresponsible parties. By encrypting the most sensitive fields of information may boost the performance of database and can lessen the risk of information hacking. Last but not least, regular security audits should have performed in Plus Highway. All system and surface areas of the company should be examined and analyzed so that any proposition for implementing new updates, fixes, and policies can be provided. Besides, Plus Highway can use training programs to remind employees that information related to customers can be misused. That's all. I pass to Izati.
Thank you, Sarah. So for the ethical issues, it refers to a situation where a moral conflict arises and it must be addressed. So in the case of SmartTAG, as it is an online device, so it focuses more on the internet security such as data theft and personal information hacking. This is where it is related to the privacy issues of the users, because by the time the sensor scans the user's SmartTAG, all data and information will be collected and stored by the reader. So by this, the ethical issue will arise if the user's data is distributed without the user's consent. So the SmartTAG reader is also able to transmit the data even after the card is scanned at the toll plaza. So this is why some people see it as a privacy risk. Other than that, for the social issue, SmartTAG has gone through some technical problems where the toll system failed to detect any entry information of vehicles passing through. This is where all the SmartTAG and Tashengo cards are being deducted more than the applicable toll charge. However, Plus has stated that there will be no refund unless the affected users made a report or complaint to the nearest customer service center. So for the solution part, I will pass to Ain. Thank you.
Thank you, Izati. So to avoid or to overcome this ethics issue, so the organization, which is Plus itself, need to provide training which enforce the clear securities policy to the employees so that they can train them on how serious the problem of selling organization data to others. So the organization also need to assure the employee that if they report to higher ups of the organization about this illegal action by their colleagues, they would not get in trouble. So this is because most employees do not value the information data of their customers, and having a conception that stealing customer data is not a big deal, and the data of the data or the information of the customer that they deal with is belong to them. Uh, this conception is wrong, as when the employee gain information that is related to the stakeholder organization, it's actually owned by the organization itself, and taking the information is crime. And then with this training also, it can help the employee of SmartTAG to not sell or share the data of their customer to others. Also, Plus Highway can use this training program to expose employees to the knowledge of recognizing spyware, viruses, and other breaching techniques so that they can report such encounters to the system administration or IT specialists. The next solution is they can come up with the exit plan for employees, as most employees that sell and share data to others are actually the organization form player, which they did not know what information or things that they can bring along to their new organization. So with this plan, it can help to ensure all the organization's data will be kept safely. And also employees should be given a clear instructions on what equipment and data belong to them. So from this plan, it can help the organization in managing not only the customer data but also the stakeholder of the organization. The last solution is Plus need to enhance the awareness, as the most crucial way is they need to hire well-trained and highly skilled technicians and ensuring minor problems like unable to detect information. So it can reduce the number of smart tech users that have to ask for their refund. And then it also need many procedure as the users need to deal with any touch and go office and usually takes a long time to get the refund. Also, that Plus must also be aware about the complaints made by the customer and take fast action and improvement about it. So it can maintain a good image of the company and maintain good relationship with the customers. So in order to enhance the overall system management, it would be helpful when certain employees were assigned to perform further check on all transactions to identify any irregularities or error. So this will of course require more workforce, but it also helps Plus management become more effective in taking corrective action to any issue that arise. Next, I will pass to Sarah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ain. For conclusion, there are many IT components involved in allowing the company to produce their product or solution. Therefore, there are many instances of information system, including give the business tools to solve complex problems. For instance, with hardware improvements such as more memory and sharper visual display will ease them to research, analyze, and plan the data. Next is train business to make better decisions, and it can be done through online meetings medium such as video conferencing and also customer feedback. It also has developed resource management. For example, cloud computing gives a company's employees to use any device wherever they go to access their enterprise level software. Therefore, it really shows that information technologies are very crucial in the development of the companies, including Plus Highway in allowing them to run their business. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you to all my teammates and for giving the full cooperation in finishing our task. And thanks to Dr. Fuad for giving us chance to share our information. That's all.